alliance. That's right. That's right. So,
Yeah,
hey,
Noel.
y'all want to hear something funny? Every time before I speak, I'll be like, what happens if I get up there and I got to pee?
Oh, my God.
Y'all ever think about that?
Terry has no filter.
All right, so we are Terry and Tia Edwards. We are direct to Jason and Olga Mathis. We are part of Riddle Nation. And we are part of the Alliance, baby!
Yeah!
So we're going to talk about, what is it, being unified?
In life and in business.
Being unified in life and business,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So my thing is this right here. I'm going to try to get off this stage without getting killed.
All right.
Because I'm known to say something and get out of line, and I ain't trying to get out of line.
You're going to be all right.
Uh-huh.
We got Jeff over there.
Oh, I know that's right. So how many people truly want to win in life and in business?
Yes.
You know, have you ever met people like they are killing it in the marketplace, but their children hate them? Much less their spouse hate them? You don't hate me, do you? Can't get enough? Want some more of it?
Enough.
Want some more of it?
Always.
All right.
Always. Always, Sarah.
Ow! So, you stop playing now. I'll take you up on it. So, Tia, tell them how long we've been together, how long we've been rocking together, and kind of like how our situation, and how our family situation, what that looked like.
Yeah, so me and Terry, we're from the same area, eastern part of North Carolina. We first met each other he was in middle school with my brother. They were in the 8th grade.
No,
and it was
7th grade. I was in 7th grade, you was in 5th grade.
All right, so it was a PTA
Rule number
night.
1, you should not correct your wife.
I see that, yeah, you just did that, Terry.
I was just
And so anyway, that was our first time, seeing each other. But once we got in high school, that's when we started dating. I was a freshman and you were a junior.
That's right.
And so me and Terry, we used to get to school early, dream where we're gonna live, how many kids we were gonna have, what type of cars we were gonna drive, our kids' names, and actually one of them was Taylor. And then we graduated from high school. Terry went to Elizabeth City State first, and then he say I followed him.
That is true. If I got there first and she got there second comes after first.
That's how it went, y'all. So once I got there, me and Terry, we actually split up just a little bit, Terry. And then once I got out there, we got back together and everything. Graduated. Terry was working with a credit union in North Carolina. And every year and a half, Terry had me moving around so he can be promoted. And so I really could never really build my career in social work because every year and a half I had to start all the way back over. Yeah,
she had to be income maintenance. That's the bottom of the social work where you just verifying people's income. You make too much money to get stamps.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. And we always wanted kids. And we always had a problem with having kids. Went to the doctors. Doctors couldn't figure out why.
I was putting in work, to be clear. I was doing my part.
Yeah, he was doing it. And so we couldn't never figure
I was like, prop it up with a pillow or something.
So from about 2003 to about 2005 or 7, we were trying to have kids, and it never happened. And 2009, me and Terry, we used to own a janitorial business. And it was 2009, I was like, Terry, I really want some kids. And my kids don't mind me sharing this, our older 3. They're not here. They're working. So
that's right. They got jobs.
Yeah.
They got responsibilities.
Teenagers have jobs. And so in 2009, I told Terry I was ready to have kids. I was ready to adopt. And it went so fast, y'all. I think it was January 2010, we took a parenting class so that we can adopt.
Ain't that something? They make us go to a class to learn how to parent. Some of y'all out there just be making babies. Ain't got to go to nobody class. Ain't got to go to nobody class. I'm up in there. I learned something, though. Yeah. I learned something.
And so so we finished the class at the end of that February 2010.
Yeah.
pictures of kids started rolling in at the beginning of March. Our older 3 kids, their siblings, they were 2, 3, and 4. There were 1 girl and 2 boys, and they came in our home permanently Father's Day weekend. And it's just been on and popping. So we have 4 kids now. God did bless me to be able to carry a child.
That's right. Tay, come here, baby. Come here, boo. Come here. Hurry up.
Hurry up, Taylor.
Hurry up.
So it was 2014. I was 4 months pregnant with Taylor when I found out I was actually pregnant with her. And so here she is today. Here's the miracle baby. And so we've just been doing life together. Me and Tara has always been big dreamers, always wanted to get around successful people. And long story short, we're here with the Alliance, been here almost 10 years and just enjoying life here.
So and the cool part about it is you don't have to separate your business life from your personal life. Like how cool is it that your 9-year-old want to come to the convention? Like she be fired up about the convention. And that's a testament to, I think, what Andy and Jane and the culture and the example that they set, right? And today, right now, all of our kids are thriving, right? It's crazy the confidence that they have. Elijah, my oldest boy, he is 19. He's a senior, right? He's going through the recruiting process for football now. So every weekend, we are at a different college talking to coaches. And it's just amazing to see him get put on the spot with the questions that they ask and how he's able to articulate himself, right? And then Anaya, my other daughter, she's a singer too, right? She a cheerleader and everything. But just the confidence, right? She ran for homecoming queen. Now, this is the thing about Anaya. Anaya don't run in packs at all. So I'm like, how in the hell she gonna win? Like, she ain't even got a lot of friends like that. Like, when I was in high school, homecoming queen was a popularity contest, right? So I was like, how in the hell she gonna, I didn't say it to her. Because, you know, as parents, you don't want your child to, sometimes we try to protect them, but I'm glad, like, she ain't scared. So she ran. But this is the thing, she done built her little team. She had ambassadors that would get to school early, pass out her literature, had QR codes on their phone for her to vote and stuff like that. And Friday night, she got named homecoming queen.
That's right.
To me, that's crazy talk.
But I got to say this, put this in there, and it's because they've been watching us the last 9.5 years, how we're building our business, how we're building relationships with our agents. So don't ever think when you're sitting in a room with your children that they're not listening to you. I want you to know they're hearing every single thing that you do, and when they're not around you, they're probably duplicating what they see you do.
That's right. And it's like you have to, if you're going to be successful and unified, right, you got to be unified at home and at the office.
Right.
Because you can't be your best if your home is a wreck, and you can't be the best in business if, you can't be good at home if your business is funny. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to do something, I always had a motto like this right here. If we're going to do it, we might as well freaking do it.
Right.
And when I say do it, we need to do it well.
Right.
So look at your neighbor and say, we're going to do this thing well.
We're going to do this
thing well. So Taylor, Isaiah, my other boy, Isaiah's a football player, 6 foot, 260 pounds of pure hell. You know what I'm saying? That boy is something. And last year as a sophomore, worked his way into the starting lineup on varsity. And our team is dominant. Like, we're always top 5 in the state of North Carolina. But anyway, he tore his Achilles during spring football practice. So he's missing this whole year. But the determination of that boy to get back on that field, he told me last night, he said, Dad, you get your mind right. We got a bye week going into the playoffs. I'm coming back. My physical therapist says I'm 8% from being able to return. And I'm like, don't rush it. But I'm like, on the other side, how relentless do you have to be to come back from an injury like that. And I really feel like by him hearing our conference calls and stuff like that, these things are being poured into them. So, and then we got Boss Baby Taylor over there. She doing her thing, baby. Ain't lacking no confidence. But at the end of the day, we've been married for 23 years. Our business, our family life is thriving. We do a damn good job of taking care of our parents. We do a damn good job of taking care of our kids. We support our local ministry. We are doing what we do, right? And then on the flip side, what's going to give us credibility? This is what we done did. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. This year on the Dream Team, already 4 six-figure earners. Mia Fennell, Dream Team Charlotte. Fred and Kathy Oguanwo, Dream Team Houston. Sebastian and LaQuinta Chambers, Dream Team Oklahoma. Beth Ireland, I don't know if Beth is here, Dream Team Triad. 233 Dream Teamers have already made money this year. And at family reunion, it was 212. So between family reunion and now 21 new people on the Dream Team is making money, baby.
That's right.
We got 7 Dream Teamers right now on track to win Cabo St. Lucas. That's right. This year, 2 new agency managers, Dana Bassett and Paula Cook. New district manager, Sebastian and LaQuinta Chambers. That's right. 19 Dream Teamers have issued paid annuities. Damn, daggone right, y'all. I get excited. Now, not just the team, but we ain't no slacker. I done wrote 118,000 on my own pen.
That's right.
Personal production. I'm a personal producing junior board member, baby. Number 5 in Medicare right now. That's me and Tia. Number 5 in Medicare sales. Number 23 in recruiting. So what I'm trying to tell you is this right here. You can win in life and win in business at the same dang time.
That's
Look
right.
at your neighbor and say, we're going to do this thing at the same dang time.
That's right.
Same dang time.
I mean that.
So when we start talking about unity, unity means being together. Being together. Now, if you're married and your spouse is in the room, don't be like nudging them and all that carrying on. I want y'all to be able to go to the room tonight and, have a good evening. Don't be up in there fussing and cussing. All right, don't do that. But it's about being together. And one of the things that we've been preaching and teaching to the Dream Team is the power of a team. Right. Together, everyone achieves more.
Right.
And I will tell you, one of the things that give me so much confidence is, number one, my girl is fine. And she has done a great job with taking care of me. That's right. And that's a handful by itself.
They know.
But just like all my kids can read. When their teeth were straight, she took them to the doctor and got braces put on the teeth. Like, you've done so much.
Thank you.
And I know a lot of times I'm the one that's out getting the glory, but I appreciate you for holding it all together on the back end.
All right, so let's go ahead on, Terry, for the time tick
so
away.
you're going to just cut me off like that?
Yeah, so how to lead together.
Okay, how to lead together.
Yes.
So how do you be unified?
Step 1.
Step 1.
Yes.
We got to make a commitment. You got to make a commitment.
Yes.
All right, y'all write that down. Make a commitment.
Make a commitment.
Abraham Lincoln said this right here. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. A commitment is what transforms a promise to a reality. I don't know about y'all, but I have been promised a lot from my God. I have been promised abundance. I have been promised long life. I have been promised prosperity. I have been promised an eternal home. I don't know about y'all, but have y'all been promised anything? Think about it. But it's the commitment that's going to make that promise come to life.
Right.
All right? So what you got to say about
some of the things, and I want y'all to write this down too. Ask yourself, what are you committed to? When you're looking at your family life and your business life, what are some of the things that you are committed to? For us, as far as the family side, we're committed to our family core values. Some of our core values is like respect, honor one another, trust one another. Integrity is really big. Like, what you say, I want to see you do it. And supporting one another, because I grew up where my family, we supported one another 100%. So we're trying to put it in the kids that support one another. No, it doesn't matter how many miles you are away from each other, try to get there to support one another. Another thing we're committed to, Terry and I, we're committed to our kids mentally and socially. Like, it's a lot going on social media. It's a lot going on in school. And it's like when they get home, sometimes they may not want to talk. Sometimes you might have to force them to talk, but just
get them out them rooms.
Get them out those rooms, get them off those electronics, and just find out what's going on in their head, what went on in their relationships today, because it be some stuff going on that, we wouldn't even think. Being committed as unified parents. How many in here actually have kids, have grandkids, right? And so, I don't know if y'all kids are like mine. Probably not.
They probably are.
But they play against me and Terry. So whoever the bad person is normally, they'll go to the nice person, right? It depends on the situation. They'll go to the nice person to ask Terry. But what Terry and I have learned to do, we come together before saying yes. Or what did your mama say? We get everybody together in a room and we decide what's going to take place once we hear the situation. We're committed to our spiritual life. We're committed to loving one another, even though we may not like what they've done or like their attitude.
You talking about me?
I ain't talking about you, Terry. Everything I am about you, Terry.
We said we weren't gonna get up here and argue in front of these people.
That's what we said.
All right.
But everything ain't about you. But
okay.
Yes, we still have to love each other, even though we may not like the situation that may have took place. And this one right here is big to me. We're committed to winning together by growing together.
That's big.
In
right
the
there.
marriage life, you have to grow together. Do not leave your spouse behind. Like, pull them up, sit down and read books together. That's big.
Yeah. So, and a lot of times, have y'all ever heard this right here? My wife don't support me. My husband. Oh, look, women in the room, don't go talking to you. Why can't you be like Terry?
Oh, no.
Y'all,
why can't you be like Tia?
Right. Y'all know how y'all be. Don't do that.
We ain't perfect.
No, don't do that. Oh, hell
Number
no.
2.
I ain't on the number 2 yet. But from the business side, so yeah, we're committed to that on the family side. But on the business side, right? I was committed day one to making enough money to support my family.
That's right.
I don't care what social media is telling you, gender roles and all this and that. A man is supposed to work.
Okay. All right.
I thought I would get bigger applause from the men in the room. Where my dogs at? We supposed to freaking work. We supposed to go out and hunt. We supposed to bring meat on the table. We supposed to go out in the highways and byways and make the bread. That's what we supposed to do. I get so sick of going in people's houses and seeing a man laid up, ain't working, able-bodied, and letting the woman take the lead on everything. Okay, anyway.
Get on back.
Some of y'all need to get to the point where you say, you know what, come hell or high water, I'm going to do what I got to do, because this is a business.
Yes, it is.
Where if you work,
yes.
W-O-R-K, if you work, you will get results.
That's right.
We don't have anybody working not making money.
Right.
Now, we got people trying to be influencers and they ain't making no money.
Okay.
We got people posted on Instagram and social media and they ain't making no money. But the people that's making the dials, booking the appointments and running the appointments, them jokers are going out and making money. I guarantee you, if you run 20 appointments a week for 20 weeks in a row, you're going to have 99 problems, but money ain't one of them.
I mean that, Terry Edwards. How you know that?
Because I done did it. God did.
He did it.
I was committed to building a business. I wanted freedom.
Yes.
Somebody say freedom.
Freedom.
Freedom is not flexibility. You can be driving Uber and have flexibility. You just get to decide when you do it or not.
Yeah.
But if you ain't making no money.
All right.
Right? You can do Instacart. That's flexibility, and they ain't knocking none of them hustles. Matter of fact, sometimes when you getting this business off the ground, a real man, if they struggling in the business, they're going to work late at night doing Uber and Instacart to put beans on the table because I know this thing right here is going to work it out. When Andy Albright was building his his business. He was selling coupon books. He was selling tractor equipment. He was doing him and Fitz. They was doing some of everything. When I was doing this business, y'all, I did a courier route once a week.
Yeah.
On Tuesdays. I would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I would deliver water samples to a post office in the Raleigh area, a post office in the Triad area, and a post office in the Charlotte area. I would leave home at 6 a.m., and I would do that to 3. But while I'm doing that, while I'm driving around delivering them water samples, Tia had already pre-booked me interviews, so I'm riding, tears running down my eyes, trying to figure out how to keep this thing going, but I'm still selling the dream like I already got it. See, the problem is this right here. Some people ain't willing to sell the dream until you get it. But let me tell you, if you don't sell it, you ain't going to get it. Because the first person you got to sell is who? Yourself.
That's right.
So I was committed to building a business. So that means recruiting every week. That means talking when you didn't feel like talking. I was committed to earning the respect of those that I respected.
Yeah.
See, we live in a world right now where nobody don't respect nobody. Who you think you all that? No, but I done did something, though. I done did something. We got 70 unique writers, 16 issue paid legs last month. I done did something. So you think, you got to put some respect on what people done. Yeah. You ain't got to like them, but you can respect what people have done. Guys, if you want to take your business to the next level, respect what the leaders before you have already done. And if when you respect it, you sure enough can duplicate it. I was committed, and we were committed to being a good Alliance citizen. We felt responsible for help growing the influence of the Alliance. Yeah. We didn't come saying, what could the Alliance do for us? Right. We came saying, what can we do for the Alliance? We had a vision of being the first black junior board members. That's right. Listen, you got to make this stuff personal, baby. All right.
Number 2.
Can I go to one more thing on number 1? See, this is the thing. There's a difference between being interested and being committed. This could be very interesting, but are you committed? See, when you're interested, when it's just interesting, you do it out of convenience when it feels good. But when you are committed, the days that we ain't vibing together, we still gonna show up to the office.
Yeah, we do.
She gonna be in her corner, I'm gonna be in my corner, but one thing gonna be done is some apps gonna be written, some phone calls gonna be made, and we gonna get together by the end of the night because we made a commitment that we ain't going to sleep angry, and we ain't sleeping on no couches. We'll sleep booty to booty. Y'all know how booty to booty sleeping is. Turn around.
But don't touch me. Don't even touch me. Don't touch, though. Don't touch.
But when you're committed, you ain't gonna accept no excuses. I don't have money to buy leads. I ran a courier route just to make sure my lead bill was paid. Y'all hear me? I ran a courier route. Ain't not one chargeback debt got past me. From my downline to my upline, not one.
That's right.
All right, number 2. So you got to be committed.
Yes, sir.
Number 2.
Seeking wise counsel.
Aw, shucky ducky.
So when me and Terry first got started, y'all, we had rented 2 spaces at the corporate office. So that was like 45 minutes one way for the both of us. We would drive separate because we had to leave at different times. I had to leave to get home, get the kids, and Terry may stay later or leave to go and run some appointments depending on what the day is. But Monday through Friday, that was our routine. And me and Terry, we didn't always see eye to eye on how to build a business, right? How to build a successful business. So at that time,
she just wouldn't do what I told her to do.
So at that time, we had
Chris. Would have been a lot easier.
At that time, we had Chris Hill, who worked at the corporate office. And when I say Chris Hill would get us both straight, it was real. So I would tell you, get somebody. Don't listen to one another. We can't coach one another. We can't tell each other what to do, but get a wise counsel that you can actually listen to them, and they can give you the right information. Like we got Jeff Bright. He's on speed dial all the time.
Now, Jeff was talking about he know everybody's business at his breakout. He know all my business, almost all my business. If I had, look, Jeff, So I was with a client the other day. He said, I couldn't take them Cialis pills because it made my head hurt. Y'all know what Cialis is? Oh, yeah. It's a erectile dysfunction drug. You know, he was still trying to do his thing. And he said, man, I got to do these injections now, and they're like $200 a month. He said, you reckon a Medicare Advantage will take care of that? I said, boy, the things I got to look forward to. Y'all will learn something about this about life doing this business. Proverbs 11:14 says that where there is no guidance, a nation falls, but in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you want to know why you feel scared and uncertain as you're going through the day-to-days of this business, because most of the time you're not seeking wise counsel. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are seeking counsel, but from the wrong people. Right. Most people seek counsel from people that think like them, mm-hmm. people that's on the same income level mm-hmm. as them, people that look like them.
Or our parents.
Mm-hmm. Right? And our parents did the best they could. But listen, when we got here to the Alliance, we were sick and tired of being sick and tired. We was fed up with mediocre. Mm-hmm. We have been living a life that was like a house of cards. And when I lost my job in 2015, I was like, I got to hunker down, and we're going to fix this. We're no longer faking it until we make it. Right. And for 5 years, y'all, mm-hmm. I got around wise counsel. Yeah, we did. I got around people like Andy and Jane Albright to help expand your vision. When you're going through a mess, you got to be careful who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. You can't be sitting around everybody talking about, can't wait till the next payday. That ain't going to work. You got to get around people like Fitz and Andy Riddle. Mm-hmm. Like, to show you, you know what, man, you need to order some 3-foot roses. I'm like, bro, I can't even afford a carnation right now. You talking about some 3-foot roses.
You got them, though.
I got there. Mm-hmm. We got there. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is get around wise counsel. And a lot of, like Jeff said a while ago, the art of being wise is knowing what to ignore. So we focus on family, mm-hmm. our faith, and our business. The friendships mm-hmm. couldn't give 2 F's about them. Mm-mm. Forgives. Mm-mm. Y'all tracking what I'm putting down? Mm-hmm. Continuing to do the same thing, gotta go. Got to go. Humble yourself and get up under somebody. Everybody wants to be over somebody, but don't tell me who you're over until you can tell me who you're under.
Come on.
Submit yourself to somebody who can teach you something.
I'm going to put a plug out here. Who want to go to Thailand? I heard we going to Thailand.
Hey, want to ride on camel?
I mean that, so it's
like.
Want
to ride on the elephants or camels or something? Yeah, elephants.
It's the elephants, right, Mia? It's the elephants. We're going to ride the elephants. Uh-huh. So that right there, like me and Tara haven't missed a trip since we've been here. And if you
planning on it.
Getting around wise cancel.
Yeah.
That is how you get around them. Uh-huh. That is how we build relationships, right, Cassie? That's how we build relationships. Get around, win these trips is what I'm trying to tell you.
That's right.
So what you need to be doing is getting with your upline. Hey, what? I got to win this trip.
Oh, wait a minute. And Cabo ain't over.
Cabo ain't
there
over.
There are so many people that are so close to Cabo, yes. but you are slowing down right now. Mm-mm. And this is not a time to slow down. See, what happens is you start buying your own excuses. Mm-mm. Ooh, I've been to the beach before. Mm-hmm. I've been to Mexico. It ain't nothing but Mexico. But you ain't never been to Mexico with the Alliance.
Not with the Alliance, baby.
You ain't never been where all your hotel and flights is paid for and spending money
and gifts every
night that you don't pay for. I mean that. Mm-hmm. How else do you get wise counsel? Read. READ. Yes. That's step 4 in the 8 steps to success. Read. Mm-hmm. We call it also walk in the light of day. Yes. Duplicate. Who are you copying?
Right.
Who are you associating with? And who are you edifying?
Yes.
See, the thing about getting around wise people will teach you how to think. And wise people will teach you how to be wise. Mm-hmm. I do good on that?
You did excellent.
Do you want me to move on?
Go ahead.
All right. So, Chris Hill, Jeff Bright, Olga and Jason Mathis, Andy and Jane Albright, Andy Riddle, Fitz, the Leventoviches, the Katzes. These are the people that we wanted to get around because they had what we were looking for.
Right.
They had freedom.
Yep.
They didn't have flexibility. They had freedom.
And they were dreamers, and still are dreamers. That's what I like.
But they had freedom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How would you like to be able to make a decision with no restriction of time and no restriction of money? But this is the thing. That's the vision. And sometimes we get stuck in the big picture that we don't accept our reality.
All right.
Our reality 9 years ago was we didn't like financially where we were, and we were going to do something about it. And it took us 5 years to get to a point where our passive income started exceeding our passive bills, and we got financially free. And still today, we work because money is not a mission. See, a lot of us get stuck on making a little money selling. But what happens if you get sick?
Right.
What happens if your parents get sick? What happens if you can't go out and do it? What happens what are you setting up for legacy? Talking about doing something better? My children will have an opportunity to walk into a ready-built business. Whether they do it or not, I don't care.
Right.
But I didn't have that.
Right.
They now have that.
Right.
All right, let's go.
Right.
Number 3, you have to exercise patience. You didn't get in your situation overnight, and your situation ain't going to get fixed overnight. You the one that ran up the credit card bills. You the one that married the wrong person.
What are you looking at me for? Did I marry the wrong person?
I don't know. Ask yourself.
I mean, you looked at me.
I didn't want to look at nobody in particular because then they'd be like, you think I married the wrong person?
I'm just saying, you just looked at me though. Go ahead. And we did not practice this at all. This is real. This is real.
Okay, all right. So you gotta be patient with each other, right?
Yes.
Because this is the thing. If you try to rush unity when you're coming from different perspectives, somebody is going to end up feeling railroaded. Okay, so when I got started doing this was my thing. And I immediately thought that it should be our thing. But she was like, that's your thing. I was like, well, hey, we've been doing business together all these years. We were stripping floors together. Yeah. Floors. We had a janitorial business, and you stripped the wax off of floors. Now, they did used to call me Chocolate Thunder now.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Stay
Okay.
there for home.
But I was like, we done did all this stuff together all these years. We done did a janitorial business. When you wanted to start your florist and stuff, I was riding with you to decorate weddings. I done bought you a little van and wrapped it and stuff. And here I am, I'm going to do this right here, and you ain't going to do it with me.
No.
What was you thinking?
No. See, I think it was the hormones. The more I think about it, was the hormones. I had just had Taylor, and we had made money with the janitorial business. But when Terry did one whole month of $8,000, the only thing I saw him doing was
I was
in
a dog.
and out.
Y'all heard that? First 30 days, $8,000.
He was in the basement. Next thing I know, the next day he's gone. I'm like, what is he doing? Then I got Olga on the phone trying to bug me about getting on these elite women calls. I'm like, it's just too much. It was a little overwhelming.
It was a little overwhelming. So this is good. So instead of like me trying to force her, y'all want to know how I got on board? Y'all want to know the secret? Because some of y'all trying to get y'all spouse on board or whatever. So what I used to do was I used to walk around the house, listen to conference calls. I put it on speakerphone.
Loud.
It be blasting. She be trying to watch Days of Our Lives. I'm like, hey, that's good right there, ain't it?
Yeah, the TWCs.
TWCs,
Yeah.
and then the magic was getting her around the people. And
so when I came to, first I went to a hot spot in Greensboro, right? So the hot spot in Greensboro was about less than 10 people there.
Yeah, it was boring as hell.
And it was about dead, y'all.
Yeah.
And so Terry used to tell Andy, I'm going to change this hot spot. Watch me. And so I heard that, but it wasn't until I went to the convention like we have this weekend. And I saw spouses up there, and they were successful, but they still looked like my sister, my next door neighbor. I'm like, Terry, we can do this thing. You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to tell you that.
Yeah.
We could do it.
We can do this thing. And so that weekend, I was committed. I was committed to helping Terry build that hotspot. And we did an amazing job with building that hotspot.
And building this business.
See,
this is the thing. So the way that you build a hotspot is a lot of people are meeting junkies. Y'all think just coming to the meeting is going to transform your business. Right. This is a boot camp. Mm-hmm. If you come to this meeting and you go back home and do nothing, nothing is going to change. My goal is when I come to a meeting like this, I want 20% of the meeting to be Dream Team.
Right.
So what I'm doing in order to do that, I think this weekend we got 12 legs here. 12 legs here. But what I'm doing is between events, we're recruiting like crazy, building culture, edifying the system, edifying the events, get people making money. It's like what you do every day. The meetings is a part of the magic, but it's not the magic. You are the magic. So when the hot spots, I was like, I'm going to go up in that mug. I'm going to sell more than anybody. I'm going to recruit more than anybody. So the whole Greensboro hot spot was basically the dream team. See, so many people want to take credit for growth, but they ain't growing. Everybody wants to be a part of a growing thing, but are you a growing specimen? Because, Jerry, if you don't grow, we don't grow. Now, it could be growth happening out here, right? But if you ain't growing, now Jerry is growing, so y'all chill out. But what I'm trying to say is we need more people growing,
Right.
more people bringing people. So it went from my thing to then she was supportive. She wasn't quite supporting. She was supportive. So she wouldn't nag so much.
After the meeting, I was supporting.
Okay.
I was helping with recruiting.
Yeah, you sure was. They still do.
Okay, Terry.
Do a good job. Do a good job. All right, the fourth thing is this right here. This is important. So you got to have commitment. You got to seek wise counsel, right? You got to exercise patience, right? Let me talk about patience. You want to know how to get them over? Freaking win. Stop talking about what it's going to be and make it that. Money in the bank is so much better than a promise that is coming. Show me what you're working with. Show me. You got a freaking insurance license. You got an insurance license.
And on the flip side, if your spouse is out there doing his thing or doing her thing, I learned this at a convention. Do not be the one that's calling and say, hey, how many appointments have you written? What's your AP so far for today? Don't do that. That can be a discouragement, especially if they haven't written anything that day. Don't do that. But let us be supporting and encouraging them to continue to get out there and do their thing.
But when you are working, make sure your butt out there working and not eating chicken gizzards parked up on a shade tree.
That's right, Terry Edwards.
I'm just saying, I know what y'all be doing out there because I used to do it. I had me some chicken gizzards the other day. Sure enough.
In between Medicare appointments, right?
And I done wrote 40 apps doing this AEP already. Okay,
Stay away from the gizzards.
I mean that. Number 4, so you be paid. Number 4, you got to get some order, structure. You got to get some structure.
So at home, our kids know we have a weekly call with our team, right? And so our kids know, do not bother us. Our call is at 8 o'clock. Do not bother us after 7 because we probably getting prepared.
Go back. Even before these calls, when we had a janitorial business, and we had staff to call out, me and Tia would go out and clean buildings at night. And we would have to take them because they were little itty-bitty kids. They couldn't stay there by themselves, and we didn't have money to afford no babysitter. So we would say, listen, you got your little $69 Android from Walmart. You know, when Walmart had that Black Friday sale, them $69 tablets, y'all get your little tablets and sit in this corner. Don't come out this room.
Right.
Don't you come out this office. You come out this office, I'm going to tear your tail up.
That's right.
When we on calls with people, I need you to shut up and sit down and act like you got some sense. Now, when I hang up, you can start hollering and doing whatever you want to. But while I'm on this call, sit down and shut up.
That's right.
See, some of y'all let y'all kids do whatever and then be nice talking these little demons.
What, demons?
Yeah, they be little demons running around. Okay, baby, calm down. And they tearing everything up. No, sit down, shut up.
You the nice parent, Terry. You know you don't be saying all that stuff. And then we also have like family meetings about every other week. We'll sit down as a family, go over schedules. Now all three of them got their license. 2 have cars, so we don't have to transport them as much. But we just sit down, do some scriptures, and find out what's going on in their life.
And on Sundays, see, you got to work in your business and you have to work on your business. Mm-hmm. See, when you're working in your business, that's when you're doing the work. You're making the dials. You're frying the chicken, right? But you got to sometimes step back and work on your business where you become the visionary and think about, okay, how did I do this week? On Sundays, do you look at your activity for the prior week? How many dials did I make? What was my contact ratio? What was my book ratio? What was my sit ratio? How much premium did I write? How much in leads did I invest? How many interviews did I do? See, we live in 2 worlds, order and chaos. And in the world of order, we got to plan, we got to reflect, and we got to think about what we're going to do next. But in the world of chaos, which most people live in, things happen, we get some stuff done, yet unpredictability is always around us because you are operating by the seat of your pants. So you have to work on your business. What is your schedule? And sometimes it's a week-to-week deal. When they were smaller, we had to be involved more. Now they got licensed. Now I'm just trying to figure, what day you trying to go see your girlfriend? Now her mama going to be there. Did her mama know you're coming? What's her mama phone number so I can call and make sure that you're telling me the truth?
Amen to that.
So we have to always get order in our lives and plan and stop just going by the seat of our pants. Because just saying it's just going to happen, it ain't just going to happen. A mess going to happen. I think about it's a miracle to be able to build a business. It is a miracle to be able to be married for 23 years and still love each other, right? I ain't say like all the time. She said it first. Love each other, right? It is chaotic to raise kids in this world that we live in right now. And I think we are doing it very well. But one of the biggest miracles I remember reading about is about this man who fed 5,000 people with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. Now, the crazy part about it, how in the world, now my boys can eat, and if I put 2 fish and 5 loaves, 5 pieces of bread on the table, they like, Daddy, what you doing? So how did, in a chaotic environment where you got 5,000 people, not including women and children, they are hungry, how did he pull that miracle off? First of all, he told the people, sit down. A lot of times we're so busy trying to do, I'm just doing to do. Well, what are you doing?
Right.
Sit down. Get you some wise counsel. Make sure your commitments are right? He told them to sit down. And then the second thing he did was he gave thanks. When is the last time that you really just sat down and gave thanks for what you do have?
Right.
I heard it said this way. If you woke up tomorrow with only the things that you was grateful for today, what would you have? When is the last time you told your spouse, girl, I'm just grateful for you? The way you cook that macaroni and cheese, that can't nobody do it like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like to me, if it was up to me to raise my kids, I don't think they can read right now. I just remember waking up one day and they could read. I'm like, how did that happen? Like, how did that happen? So he told the people to sit down, he gave thanks, and then he dispersed the food. It was an order. And because things were done in order, at the end of the meal, everybody done ate.
Yep.
And they had 12 baskets of leftovers.
Yep.
You want to talk about abundance. We are sitting right now in a land of abundance. We are sitting on an opportunity where it don't matter what side of the railroad track you was born on. It doesn't matter if your nouns and verbs conjugate. All that stuff don't matter. All that matter is, can you follow a simple system? System. We got people from all walks of life winning. Mm-hmm. People that's short, tall, some thin, some a little wide body like myself. Some are married, some are single.
Right.
Some got children, some are still a child. Why not you? Mm-hmm. Why not now?
Right.
Why not you, Jordan? Why not now? Why come to Florida and go back home the same? Mm-hmm. I challenge everybody to find some stuff that you can implement this weekend, take it back to the house, and let's freaking get after it, and let's run into National Convention 2025.
That's right.
God bless you guys. Love you.